Okay, hi everybody. Thanks for joining us. We have with us today Nathan Brown, who is the Manager for Community and Business Operations across Victoria and Tasmania. Nathan, we're going to have a bit of a conversation today, a bit of a wrap up on National Volunteer Week. But before we do that, while we have you in the hot seat, would you be able to give us a bit of an intro about yourself and your role and how people might come across you?
Thanks, Vanessa. Great to be here with you today. Many of you probably already know me a little bit if you've been around for a little while. I was with the ES team, working with under Megan for about 6 months before, or up to mid last year when I moved into this new role. And a big part of my role is managing the community mobilisation team, which you probably know many of the people within that. Marion Colson, who's also an ES volunteer, and for a big part of their role is looking after our member branches and our members across the state. But really, the heart and soul of what the community mobilisation team is about is about bringing all Red Cross people together, and about helping and supporting us build the identity of the local Red Cross. I guess working as one Red Cross, and so we've been really excited to put on a range of events at the end of last year and just recently, which has got our visiting volunteer programs and our telechat, our patient transport, retail volunteers, ES volunteers, long-term member, trauma teddy knitters, all coming together to learn, meet, and realise that there's actually a lot going on right around the state in little pockets. But unfortunately, many of us don't know each other. And so that's something that our team's really working hard to solve.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks, Nathan. And I know, and we'll talk about National Volunteer Week, but I certainly at the events that I attended, that was a really great sense of connection, of people coming together and with other across different portfolios within Red Cross that may have not met each other previously that came together in the last week to celebrate the work that everybody does and the volunteering that everybody does. And yeah, it's been phenomenal. And there's some amazing amount of positive feedback that I received. But can you give us a bit of an idea, an overview, Nathan, of how Volunteer Week went? I know that we were right across Victoria. You had a number of different activities and people turning up.
Yeah, so between Victoria and Tasmania, we held 16 gatherings, all pretty informal, um, just to bring people together locally. And ideally, we'd love to see this expand. I think at the end of last year, we ran 9 end-of-year celebrations. Um, this year, we've run the 13 in Victoria. And hopefully by the end of the year we'll double that and have pockets of community meeting together and celebrating the work that we all do, which really does transform people's lives in the most incredible way, and if I'm being honest, transforms our own lives at the same time. So it was just great to get out there, meet a whole heap of people, hear about some of the history that's existed outside of our programs, heard stories of how we used to work really closely together, how perhaps we became a little bit siloed in our work, and then really just pitched the idea of us working a lot closer together, celebrating the idea of membership and belonging, and the work of branches and the money that's been fundraised. And there's countless stories that have come from it, and met some incredibly beautiful human beings. And it just really does highlight there is really fabulous work going on behalf of Red Cross supporting communities across this state. It's really quite inspirational.
Yeah, it is amazing. I know even just one story I heard from one of our volunteers who got involved because her and her family had received assistance from Red Cross as a part of Cyclone Tracy, and that experience had stayed with her, and she wanted to give back. And I know that we talk about social connection amongst the community, and that's a role that we play in supporting that, but it's also important amongst ourselves as well as Red Cross. So these events have been a fantastic opportunity for people to participate. And it sounds like there's more to come as well. And when you do hear about these kinds of events that are happening, you'll be encouraging everyone to come along and participate however they can, whether they be in person, online, or everything in between. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And I really want to encourage participation from the ES team in our branches. So the branches essentially are going to become this umbrella that provides hospitality to bring our Red Cross people together. Every quarter, branches from across the zones, which is set up pretty similar to the ES divisions, get together to talk about what has been accomplished, the money that has been fundraised, how retail shops are going, the strengths, weaknesses. And, I really want to encourage that if you're in a local area or in a local team, to connect with your local branch and support them, because they would love an ES report in all their zone meetings, even local branch meetings when we get together, so they can know how they can better support ES and potentially how ES can also come in and support branch or all the other volunteer programs that are happening in there as well. So we're going to be building just a new kind of an agenda and reporting platform or mechanism so that we can really capture within a local area everything that Red Cross is doing across the board and have everyone really informed about that work as well. So kind of watch this space.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you so much, Nathan. That's exciting times ahead. And obviously we'll stay in touch with you and keep that conversation happening. And we're so lucky to be able to have Ray working across both ES and also the community mobilisation team. So there's a really close, strong bond between the two teams. And I think that we've got some really exciting times ahead. So yeah, thank you so much for your time, Nathan, and we'll catch you next time. Cheers.
Pleasure. Thanks, guys. Bye.